Going live on Facebook and YouTube. It's Saturday, 5 of March, year of our Lord 2022. Hope you're having a great Saturday. I'm doing something I've been wanting to do for a while, and that's go live on Facebook. I meant to do this yesterday. So here's what I'm going to do. I've created our podcast episode for this week at Missional Money. You can go to missionalmoney.com. But this is new to me, so I'm going to hit the play button and I'm going to disappear, and I'll be able to answer any comments, questions you might have. Just leave a comment if you're watching on the YouTube or Facebook, and I'll be able to chat with you. In the meantime, I'm going to sit here and work while I play this video. This is the video that I'm posting to YouTube. It's part of the podcast, Missional Money. Again, missionalmoney.com, just like it says in the scrolling section below. You go to missionalmoney.com and you can subscribe to the podcast and enroll in the online course called Make Your Money Count. And you can also create a financial plan using the premium planning portal that we've made available. And today I want to welcome students and faculty at the University of Houston. So that's the whole purpose for this little demonstration. It's actually going to be posted in iTunes and everywhere podcasts are played. So if you're into podcasts, I like to listen when I walk. I can listen at fast speed. I love to listen to podcasts. If you're into podcasts, this is actually episode number 2. I'm getting ready to post it in iTunes in just a few minutes. But while I'm working on that, I wanted to play the video live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you happen to be browsing through Facebook and you see this, my head moving, my lips moving, it's just me. I'm going to start doing this on a regular weekly basis where I post the weekly show on Facebook and on the YouTube until I get canceled, which I suspect will happen pretty quickly. And so I've got other platforms too. I'll be on Getter and couple other platforms, but for now I'm on Facebook and the YouTube. It's Saturday, March 5th, year of our Lord 2022, and this is the episode number 2, welcoming faculty and students at the University of Houston to participate in the online course that we're creating. It's a financial planning and investment management course, and it's free if you're a Bayrock client. I announced that last week for you and your family and friends. Invite everybody you want. Just go to missionalmoney.com and you'll see in the next few minutes I'll talk about how to subscribe, how to enroll, and how to get started in your financial plan. I'm really excited. I've been meaning to do this for a while and promising folks I would do this. So if you're one of those folks, if you did not get an email, consider this an invitation. I'll be sending you an email. But anyway, I'm going to now close me out, and I'm going to hit the video, close me out, and again, I'll be checking my comments, your comments. So here we go. Announce or welcome students and faculty at the University of Houston. So if you're on faculty or if you're a student at the University of Houston, we want to welcome you. This is the second official episode of Missional Money Podcast, and I wanted to just send out a welcome message. I posted this at missionalmoney.com, so you can take a look at that. If you're a faculty or student at the University of Houston, I want you to know you're welcome. This will always be free. Make Your Money Count. The course will always be free for you. It's my way of saying thank you and kind of paying back. I love my role at the University of Houston. It's one of the highlights of my life. So anyway, we've been working on this course for students at the University of Houston. I've been teaching it for over a decade. We call it Money Study Group. Those students, if you're out there and you attended my personal finance class at the University of Houston, I want you to know that we're officially launching the next step. Make Your Money Count is an online course very similar to what you did at U of H in Money Study Group. It's on a whole new platform with whole new content, but we'll use the same financial planning software, the same premium planning portal that we used in the course that we used to this day at University of Houston. So if you're an old student, a current student, or even a future student, if you're a student at the Bauer College of Business, this is free for you. And I just wanted to make that announcement. And that's also true for faculty. I am thrilled when I get an opportunity to work with U of H faculty. So I just wanted you to know that for you, your family, your friends, and your associates, Missional Money Podcast, go to missionalmoney.com, subscribe, hit the big blue button there at the top of the page, enroll in the course at makeyourmoneycount.com. It's actually not makeyourmoneycount.com. Just click on the link, go to missionalmoney.com, and all of the links are there. And then when you're ready, we'll make a plan. In this video, in this episode, I want to share a couple of things that I posted in this post. So I'll just scroll down. I did set up a page at uhfinance.com. There's a link in today's post. Everything will be in the podcast episode notes. And there's a video about risk, managing risk, and how to figure out how much risk you have, how much risk you want to have, and how much risk you really need. So that is kind of a starting point. And so I've included a little bit of information there along with the link to go ahead and take the 5-minute survey. You'll see a video here in a minute. Another short video, kind of a fancy little promotional video to give you an idea what tools we're using to help you build a better retirement. So that's included in this post and in this podcast episode, the video. If you're listening, you're missing the videos. You're missing seeing my lips move. So go to missionalmoney.com and you'll see a live stream. We're streaming this to Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching this in the live stream, go ahead and leave a comment. If you're not already subscribed to our new channel at Missional Money on YouTube, just click that little bell and you'll get a notification every time we go live and every time we post a new video. So we're building content inside the course, but this is, we're just getting started. So go to missionalmoney.com. You'll see today's post welcoming University of Houston students and faculty. One thing I wanted to also just note is this episode, I'm creating the second episode right now, so you don't see it on the screen, but it will be there by the time you hear this or watch this. If you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing what I'm doing. If you're not watching on Facebook or YouTube, then you can go to missionalmoney.com and click on the link to, in fact, I'll show you that right now. I'm going to scroll to the top of the page. This is our playlist. So this is where we will be posting episodes. Every episode of Missional Money is a video, and it'll be in this playlist. I'm not going to click on that right now because I'm just going to wrap this video by pointing out when you listen in iTunes or anywhere podcasts are played, when you go to missionalmoney.com, you'll see a kind of an element of the website in all of the posts, on the pages and on the post. You'll see this player. This is a podcast player that I've built into the page. And I just wanted to point out this notes right here. When you click on the notes, all of the links that I mention in the course, or in the course, not in the course, in the podcast, all of the links should be live right here. So you see a list of links right there, how to connect with me on LinkedIn, follow on Twitter, like us on Facebook, watch on YouTube. So those are all live links. If you go to missionalmoney.com and just scroll down until you see the player, the podcast player. So I'm going to close that. Again, I'm going to click on the notes. So you see that's how you can get to any of the links in this show. So every time I do a show, I'm going to be offering some kind of links. There's no link in today's show, but in next week's show, I'm going to link to some very important financial planning checklists and guides. And so I will make those available if you subscribe to the podcast, Missional Money Podcast. You can go to missionalmoney.com to get all the information. But when you subscribe to the podcast, you will have access to additional resources inside of the podcast in the show notes. But the best way to get those, it's kind of clunky when you go to iTunes and different podcast platforms. So I'm making this available and super easy. You don't even have to give me your email address. You just go to missionalmoney.com. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to do anything. But it starts with the podcast. Missional Money is the podcast that supports the online course. titled Make Your Money Count, which is after my book, Make Your Money Count. And it's not just the podcast, it's not just the online course, it's about let's make a plan. So you'll see at the top of the page 3 big buttons: subscribe to the podcast, enroll in the course, and let's make a plan. And so next week, or very soon, maybe in the next couple of days, I'm going to post an episode to show you how to actually, in fact, I'm going to include that in today's show, how to actually set up your plan, the first few steps of setting up your plan. Subscribe, enroll, and let's make a plan. Go to missionalmoney.com. Now I'm just going to play the videos that are included in this week's post, and I'll see you next time on Missional Money, the podcast. And I'll see you in the course. Again, if you're faculty or if you're a student at the University of Houston, I want you to know this is my special invitation to invite you to come and join us. Subscribe to the podcast, but more importantly, enroll in the online course, and let's make a plan. This is a premium planning platform, the same tool that I use with my clients at Bauer Financial, and I'm making it available for you because I can. So I'm excited about it. I hope you are too, and I look forward to working with you. Again, go to missionalmoney.com and you can find everything, including today's post welcoming faculty and students from the University of Houston. I'll see you in the next video and next week on the podcast. Take care. Have a great week.
How much risk do you have? How much risk should you have in your investment portfolio?
Did you know human beings are twice as concerned about avoiding losses as they are about achieving potential gains? That's the main reason humans tend to sabotage their investment plans, selling when they get scared, missing the recovery, and buying back in when the markets feel safe again. It's all about your risk number, a quantitative way to scientifically pinpoint how much risk you want, how much risk you need to take to reach your goals, and how much risk you actually have in your portfolio right now. The results are remarkable. So, how does Riskalyze work for you? First, we painlessly pinpoint how much risk you want. The old way, stereotyping investors based on your age, just doesn't work because everybody's different. You can click on our questionnaire, or we can spend a couple minutes on the phone to set your risk target. Once we determine your risk number, we'll set up your portfolio. I'll then use your portfolio's risk number and a 95% probability range to show you what's normal for your portfolio under different scenarios like 9/11 or the 2008 financial crisis. Tracking the risk in your portfolio like this helps you know what to expect in any 6-month period so that you can hang in there even when markets are volatile.
Bayrock helps you take the guesswork out of investing. Get your risk number today. It's fast, it's free, it's fun. Click on the link below or go to noriskinvesting.com today.
When that day comes, you hope you saved enough money to cover your expenses and have some left over for fun. But it can be tricky to come up with a plan to meet your goals. How much should I save? When can I retire? What lifestyle can I afford? We're here to help. We can create a comprehensive retirement plan for you using a holistic financial planning approach. We help you identify and prioritize your financial goals in retirement. Then, we look for opportunities to achieve your goals, guiding you through important decisions before and after retirement. We identify various risk factors that may impact your retirement plans. We review your investment portfolio. We analyze your cash flow situations. We help you with important decisions, like when to apply for Social Security benefits so you can optimize the amount you receive, or which accounts to take your retirement income from to minimize taxes and keep more of your money in your pocket. So get ready to enjoy your retirement by having the right plan in place. Don't wait. Reach out to us today.
Building your nest egg, investing in brokerage accounts, 401ks, and Roth accounts. Now that you're retired, which account should you withdraw money from first? If your withdrawals bump you to a higher tax bracket, you might have to pay higher taxes on your hard-earned money. It might sound complicated, but there is a clear solution. Tax-efficient, customized distribution strategies that will protect your money. Together, we'll create smart strategy that coordinates withdrawals between taxable, tax-deferred, and Roth accounts, so that you can keep more of the money you worked so hard to save. Learn more about what a tax-efficient distribution strategy can do for your financial future. Don't wait. Reach out to us today.
Setting up your financial plan is remarkably easy, and it will only take a few minutes. First, go to missionalmoney.com and click on the big blue button at the top of the page called Let's Make a Plan. Enter your email address, the one that you're going to want to use as you work on your financial plan. If I can remember my email address. And then you can use, depending on what browser you're using, I'm going to set my own password so that I can remember what it is. And then you're going to enter your name, first and last name, and be sure to use the name that enter your name the way you want it to appear on your financial planning reports. You're also going to have to click on I agree to terms of service and privacy policy. You can click on the links there to read the terms of service and the privacy policy. And then you're going to create an account. Just click on create account and save your password.
Can I have 10?
And now it's going to take you to these first 6 data cards. And so to walk you through entering the data that you need to enter in these data cards, I've asked for a little help from our friends at Right Capital. But this is what you're going to see as soon as you log in, as soon as you set up and register, or it's actually sign up for your account. So now I'm going to turn it over to our friends at Right Capital, and they'll show you how to enter the information in these 6 data cards. And then once this is done, once you've entered and finished, I think the next video we'll talk about it, but be sure to hit complete, and then I'll see you in the next video and walk you through a few steps that we'll take on our end to update your planning portal so that you have access to everything you need to create a compelling plan. And it won't take long at all. The first few steps actually take you less time than it takes us to explain to you how to do it. So I'll see you in the next video.
Hi, this is Jeff Beaumont at Right Capital, and in this video we'll cover the client experience with inputting basic information into their profile. First, you'll receive an email from your advisor. The email will include a link to create your password to your portal. After you've set up your password, you'll land on this screen with a 6-step process. Word of wisdom, you don't have to do this all in one sitting. Stop at any time, and the next time you log in, you can pick up right where you left off. Feel free to add any information you want, but I'm going to show you the main items to address before our next meeting. The first section you land on is a family profile with cards for each of your family members. Simply click on each card to change the information. For example, here you'll input the correct date of birth. Remember, when you input any information, click the Save button. Now do that for each family member, and if you don't see all family members here, simply click this drop-down to add additional members. Now, in order to navigate to the next section, you have the option to click this Next button, or you can click on any of one of the steps up here. Also, feel free to skip sections. Simply enter what you can. I'll go ahead and move to the income section where you can input salary and other income.
You gotta give me 5
You'll see a couple
minutes.
of salary cards. You'll want to click on each one of those for various family members and input the gross salary. Click Save.
Can wait 5 minutes.
You'll notice a couple Social Security cards as well. If you're not collecting Social Security, nothing to do here. We'll go ahead and input the correct information from your Social Security statement.
You want me
But
to
if
come
you
with
are collecting, simply click on the card to indicate you're receiving it, input the amount, and click Save. Now, if there are additional income sources that aren't listed, Simply add them with this drop-down, select the proper category, and input the information there.
Yeah, cool.
I'll click Next, and that will take us to the Savings section. This gives you the opportunity to input all your contributions. For example, if you are contributing to an employer plan, click on this card and input the contributions that you're making. You can do that as a percentage of salary or just an annual dollar amount. Or if you're making the maximum contribution, you can indicate that, and down below you have the opportunity to input your employer match, if any, and then click Save.
I'm working on a
Now,
video.
if there are accounts that aren't listed here, simply click on the Add Savings drop-down, select the account, and then you can input the correct contribution amounts. So I'll click Next, and that will take us to the Net Worth section. That allows you to input accounts, properties, and interests.
But you can come sit right here and
so
begin this
you'll
video.
want to start by clicking this Link Account button.
You can sit on the...
Linking accounts is fantastic. It allows you to tie all your financial institutions to your portal, giving you a comprehensive dashboard to visually display your entire financial world. That means you can link your investment accounts, including your employer plan, checking and saving accounts, mortgage and vehicle loans, credit cards, etc. To do that, you would either use a search field or simply select the financial institution if you find it here. Input your username and password that you use to log into that institutional website, click Connect, do that for all your institutions, and you're set. Now, when you've completed that, you're done with this section for the most part, but there are a couple tips to share. First, if you've input a debt account and you're making more than the minimum payment, you'll want to add that information. We'll simulate a loan account to show you what that looks like. Now, if you've linked your account, all of this information will automatically populate, including a minimum payment.
You do.
So let's say your minimum payment is $1,700, but you're putting $2,000 a month toward it. You would write that in the monthly payment amount, click Save, and you're good to go.
Sure.
The next section that you'll want to input information is in regard to your properties. Indicate whether you rent or own your home, indicate the approximate amount you pay in property taxes, and the amount you pay for your annual insurance. Then click Save. The next section here is the ability to add life insurance. So a couple cards are already populated with group life, assuming you may have some with your employer. If you do, input the death benefit and the annual premium, and if you have life insurance outside of your employer, simply click the Add Account drop-down, go down to Insurance, and select the appropriate policy and input the information there. There's also an Other category that we like to use for inputting vehicles. Since these are a part of your net worth, you'll want to make sure that you've got those in here. Give them a value, of course, that can be approximated, and click Save. Now, this Add Account feature allows you to add manually any account, including a stock plan, and under Property, you have the ability to add investment properties and vacation homes. So make sure you're inputting any of those items that you have. So once you've added all your information here, you can click the Next button, and that will take you to the expense section. Okay, let's quickly pause here. We're most of the way through inputting our data, and we can already see the value for ourselves, let alone for our advisor. This review has helped us see our income, savings, and net worth. Now we'll finish up with our expenses and goals. Now, in general, we want to get an accurate snapshot of your lifestyle expenses since we'll be creating planning strategies based on that amount. In essence, maintaining your lifestyle through the life of the plan. However, you might not know that amount.
Not 10.
A separate feature is the budgeting module. So instead of entering a single number for total expenses, you can use your linked accounts so the system automatically records and breaks down the expenses by category. You can skip this section for the time being, and once you complete the 6-step process, you can go to the budgeting module that will bring in your monthly spending to give you a starting point to calculate your average monthly lifestyle spending. Please note, the budgeting module requires you link in your accounts. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and click the Next button to skip to the next section. So this is where you have the opportunity to list all of your goals. You can start with a card that is your retirement age goal, and you can use the arrows to change those values and click Save.
So
You'll also see a retirement expense card. Enter what you think your retirement spending will be in today's dollars. If you're unsure what amount to use, either leave it blank for now or use your current spending as a starting point. You'll also see a couple cards here for retirement health and long-term care costs. Again, nothing to do here right now. We're simply using these cards for expenses that we anticipate in retirement, but if you've got additional goals that you want to share with us, whether they be college, vehicles, vacations, weddings, or anything whatsoever they may not be listed here, you can simply put those in Other. Add those cards, input the information, and let us know about your financial goals. Now, once done with that, you're all set. You would simply click this complete button. Congrats, you're done. Your advisor has been notified and can follow up. Thanks for watching.
Hey there. So that was great. That was a live video on YouTube and Facebook. Maddie, can you see yourself up there? Look, you're right there too. So, yeah, while you were watching that video on Facebook and YouTube, I was posting it to iTunes.
Another one.
You want to, well, look right there. You want another one? Look right up there and say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
No.
Caleb was supposed to come over. Where's Caleb?
I'm over there.
Come say something. Stand right there and say hi really loud.
Yay!
That's kind of too loud, but look, you're on there too. You're on the iPad.
I am.
Yeah, you don't need to touch the microphone because it'll make all kinds of weird noise. So we're going to go, where are we going?
To
Lovey?
the scooter park.
To the scooter park. Do you want to go to the scooter park?
Yeah.
What are we going to do at the scooter park? We're going to ride our scooters, right? So say goodbye to everybody. We're going to end the broadcast. Bye. Say goodbye. Bye. Caleb, you got to come over here where they can see you, buddy. Stand up tall. Oh, there you go. Lovey's going to move the camera. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you guys? You're up there. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Thank you, Lovey. We're going to stop the broadcast. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget, subscribe to the podcast, enroll in the online course, and let's make a plan. I'll see you next week on the podcast. It's live in iTunes now and anywhere podcasts are played. So we're leaving. We're going to the park to... Bye.